was always kind of depressed majority of my life. I don't really socialize with people, really, or I'm outspoken, but I have to feel comfortable enough to talk to you for me to speak. And well, the people who I would have spoken to, which is like family, they never really used to listen. But to me, they never really used to listen. I never used to see like actions being, taken to try and help me in the way that I needed to be helped. So went through school, I was doing good, grades started to drop. The biggest problem was that my mother is not present in my life. She left and went to the States at like 2, when I was like 2 years old. Having to call, like beg her to be like, my mother. So it always used to be in the back of my head, like if I see a mother with the daughter, I don't know what I feel like. And you're trying to reach out to her is always a kind of iffy answer, or if she answers at all, broken promises, where my trust issues came into play. So I have a lot of problem trusting when people say, if they promise that they would do something, so it's like, okay, if they do it, then all right. If they don't, well, okay. Didn't really used to look forward to a lot of things. I just was there. It was like I was living, but it's like whatever, that kind of thing. And I remember I was in Form 5, so I didn't do my CXC at school. Actually did it way after, because that's when everything started coming down. I remember starting to like rebel. I don't care. I don't want to hear what anybody have to say, especially about life, because I was suicidal, very suicidal. So I went to like Mount Hope for overdosing twice. I went to court because I had asked to go to St. Jude's, and I had broken down in court. I was fainting. They had to carry me to the hospital. I did a lot of ECGs. From there, I told the doctor how I was feeling. She referred me to St. Anne's. I went to spend some time there. The first time I went, I came back out. The doctor said I just needed to see a psychologist. Before I was admitted, I was telling them that I don't need to be admitted. I just need somebody to speak to me. And they didn't listen. So I remember the nurse, she had her keys on the table. So I could have taken the keys, which I did, but I didn't use it to like escape or anything, which you would think somebody would usually do. I just had it, and it so happened that in the dorm, with the girls' dorm on the ward, it had a janitor room that the same keys could have opened. And I went, and I can't remember what it is, but it had a lot of stuff in there for cleaning, and I just mix it up and I drink it. I think that's where everything started going on, because underneath my foot was turning blue, and ended up having to go to the hospital, and they did all the checks. The doctor saw the state I was in. She put me on all the drips, and I was admitted there for like 3 weeks, and then they sent me back up to St. Anne's for evaluation, and the doctor said the exact same thing. He wanted me to see the psychologist like 3 times for the week. So I remember I went to court because I had asked to go to St. Jude's. The magistrate, she did not want to send me because she knew I wasn't like a troublemaker. But I told her, honestly, if you do not send me there, I am not going back home with my family. I refuse. And she don't send me there. I was suicidal still at the time. As either I will run very far away, you will never see me again, or I will end it. I remember saying just that to her, and she said, well, now that you said that to me, I'll have to send you. And when I went there, it was, again, I wasn't really talking to anybody because that's just how I am. Even to today, I don't really talk to people just like that. So it took a while for me to break in and start to talk and stuff. So I've always had a creative side of me. I've always loved art in any form. And then, well, Miss came because at St. Jude's I never really used to do anything other than schoolwork. So when Miss came, I was glad. I was actually in a different class, and I came down a day and I decided I would try the class with Miss. And then I did, and I just keep coming back because I loved how she would be patient and explain properly, and I was feeling comfortable. So I just keep coming back, and then I just never stopped. And well, she started to notice my potential, and that's how everything went from there. I was helping her out a lot, helping other people do their art pieces. That was really not a problem because all of us there, and it's like it's not, can't say classmates, fellow sisters. So helping them out wasn't a problem. I was always excited to see Miss. If she said she's coming tomorrow, you look forward to it. When she said she coming, and I don't think I could remember a time that she said she was coming and she didn't. To me, I can't remember. So reliable. So, and in my head I used to compare it to like my mother. So Miss said she coming, and in the beginning it was probably iffy. I wonder if she would really come when she said, and then you see her persistently coming back, and I was like, oh well, she's not like my mother, that kind of thing. And today she's like my biggest mother figure. I call her for everything. I know I could depend on her for support. I know she will always tell me the right thing. I just get buff like every other week. And I wouldn't take it to heart or anything because I know she wants the best for me, and it's really a good feeling.
When I was about 6 years old, I just had a fascination with drawing. Actually, I thought I would have been into fashion. I had a passion for art and creativity. I would just spend hours losing myself just painting and drawing and dreaming. I used to dream a lot, and I would spend a lot of time trying to put what is in my head on paper. I used to like to draw these little female figures as a child. It's just always floating and dancing. I was lecturing part-time, and a girlfriend asked me if I would donate my time, and I said sure, I'll just do a one-off session. So I went into the home, St. Jude's Home for Girls, and I did a one-off session with some young ladies. We painted. We did something called a tree of life, tree of expression, where we created a tree and they would have to indicate their feelings. So the leaves would be their feelings. And some of them had some beautiful feelings. I'm happy, I'm joyful. And then there were some young ladies who had, I'm frustrated, I'm depressed. And it started to sound off an alarm bell. So, I had a round table discussion. I said, so what y'all want to be in life? What are your dreams? And some of them started to have these ideas of what they would like to do. And one little girl in particular said to me, Miss, I want to be a pediatric nurse. And I was sitting there and wondering, how did she know what it would take to be a pediatric nurse? And the next question was, what could I do to help her? And the other question came to my mind, how can I get my network to support in not only her dream, but the dream that the other young girls were having, and help them get step-by-step actions, how to get it done. So I saw that there was a need. There was a huge need. There was a need for creativity in terms of helping these young ladies express themselves in a productive way. There was a need to help them stabilize their goals, and there was a need to give back. And there was a need also to be vulnerable and be willing to open up and spend time and give of your time, not always of your finances. And that's how the NGO started, Chosen Hands.
I know Anika right through secondary school being a really exceptional artist, especially her batiks and her tie-dyes. Those are the things that capture me because I love color. So after her one experience at St. Jude's, she realized that she could not just let this be a one opportunity in helping children who are underprivileged, children who are literally in need of being able to express themselves. And what better way than fun and art and color for children to really, get out those feelings that they can't really tell a psychologist or tell the teacher or even tell their family.
So we deal with vulnerable youths in general. One of our flagship projects is St. Jude's Home for Girls, but we've also worked with young men as well, young boys at SA level, and we've also worked in communities as well to use art and wellness as a means of helping vulnerable youths to grow and to dream.
I think Anika is quite a phenomenal young woman. When she started this Chosen Hands activity, the phenomenal thing is that she's using art to touch hurt people who have hurt in their lives. And she's using the art and the beauty of art to bring life and hope to them. So sometimes we take for granted, but those are things that touch the soul. And the art that she does and the art that she's encouraging them to do, it's touching other parts of their lives that perhaps lie dormant or perhaps are really hurting and affecting the rest of their lives. So I've had the privilege through her invitation to sit with them. On one occasion, I met with a group of them and was able to talk to them and engage them while they were doing a piece of art. They were doing some faces on that occasion, masks. But because they're using the medium of art, and art is speaking to them in that way to express what they're feeling and also to express the hope that is there for them.
So I've really seen Anika grow and Chosen Hands. I think it has very, very far to go again.
The whole St. Jude's experience, if I could do it again, I would go. If I could spend 2 days there, I would go back. Because while I was there, I actually put on weight at eating properly. I wasn't frustrated. As soon as I come back out, I actually lost the weight, went back to being frustrated and things. So that, I always have Miss and I could call, and majority of my support is from St. Jude's. That place is a very special place to me, and if I could help anybody in any way from there, I would not mind at all, because I would like everybody to get the kind of healing that I got. The encouragement. I would have done my subjects there. I could always rely on them, somebody from there, right? Because I just sit down sometimes and I would say, I wonder how my life would have been if I did not come to St. Jude's, or if I would have even been alive.